Hello and welcome guys. So in the last video we have completed this MEL spectrogram visualization. So if you are new to this video, then please watch this playlist from beginning. So what we have done, we have computed the MEL spectrogram for this entire 30-second audio, and also we have done the visualization of this, and then we have seen that we can't extract all the feature and put in the single graph because it's very hard for our model to interpret this one graph and understand the entire feature of that 30-second audio. So what we have done, we have chunked that audio with the overlap of 2 seconds, and we computed the MEL spectrogram. So this is a visualization of that chunk, first 4 seconds, then next 4 seconds. This is a visualization. So up to here we have completed. So now what we will do in this video, we will develop one data pre-processing function, load and pre-process data function, which will take this entire data set. Right now what we are doing, we are only processing one file. Okay, so we will develop such function which will take this entire data set, this genre original directory it will take, and it will compute the MEL spectrogram of entire audio which is present inside this, and this all 10 class audio, it will compute the MEL spectrogram. Also it will compute its corresponding label. So we want such function which take this data and give us X value, which is our data points which we are going to give to our neural network for the training, and Y value, which is the label. Okay, so our aim is to develop such function which give us X and Y. Okay, so now let's get started. So first I will give here markdown. So I'm giving here markdown as data pre-processing. I'm giving here final. This is final data pre-processing. Okay, so what I will do first, let me define here, define your folder structure first here. So I'm giving proper comments so that you can understand what exactly we are doing in this cell. So I will define one variable here, data directory, and here I will define my path. Okay, so right now if I go here, so our notebook is on the same hierarchy on which this folder is, so we have to go inside this. So what I will do, I will define the directory as like this, dot slash means present working directory, and inside this I want to go in this genre original. Okay, so I will copy path from here and I will paste here, but I will remove this thing because we are already inside this music genre classification demo. So I am removing this. So I want that take the present working directory and go inside this folder. Okay, so that's why I am defining this one, and then I will define my classes. So I have to define all the classes. So first class is blues. Classes are basically the folder name. These folder names we have to define. Okay, the same text you have to pass, whatever present here. Okay, so we will define all the classes like this, whatever present here. Okay, the same text we will pass here. Okay, so we have successfully defined our data directory and classes. Now we are ready to construct our function. Okay, I will define here what we are going to do in this cell. So we are going to perform here load and pre-process audio data. Okay, so we will construct our function. So let's define one function here, load and pre-process data, load and pre-process data. And in this what I will do, in this I will pass data directory, this one. Okay, and second thing I will pass this classes, it will take data directory and classes. Okay, so next parameter we will pass here target shape, and the value of this we have to give wisely. So what is this target shape? Target shape is the shape of this matrix which we are going to feed to our neural network. Okay, so we have to give some target shape here. So right now I am giving 150 cross 150. Later we will give some other value. Okay, we'll give the exact value, what value we have to give, and how we have to choose this target shape. Once we construct this entire function, then later we will change this. Okay, which is our data, and also we'll define one labels list. In this list we are going to append the information which we are extracting. Okay, we will do feature extraction and we will append those information to this data list and corresponding labels. Okay, will append. So that's the idea. Okay, now what we will do, I will write here for, I will iterate over each classes present here. Okay, so I will write here for I am giving here I class, this is my index, and this is my class name. I am iterating over class name and index, and to iterate over class name and index you have to use this enumerate function. Okay, in this I will pass classes. I hope you got it. So I am iterating over this classes, and this enumerate function will return two value. First one will be the indices of that list, and second one will be the value present in that list. Okay, at first iteration I class will return 0 and class name will return blues. Okay, now what I will do, I will write here class dir, and I will give here, this is my class directory. Now the concern is to go inside this genre original, and inside this blues. Okay, I have to go inside this to iterate over each file. Okay, so what I will write, I will define one variable class dir, and I will write here os.path. This os library I have already, I think, imported here. Yeah, os.path I will do, and I will do join. This will join two paths. Okay, this will join this data directory, and second it will join this class name. It will join. So once we join this data directory, this genre original, with this blues, then we will get the path of this thing. Okay, once we join this, then we'll get the path of this entire path we will get. Okay, so now we are inside this. Okay, that's why I am joining and I am getting the path. Okay, so this is the final path of this thing, this blues. In second iteration we'll go on classical, then we will join with classical. That's why I am doing like this. Okay, so this class dir is the path of that class directory. Okay, now I will write here to see the processing happening inside this function. So I am writing this thing, class name I am writing, so that we get a message after each iteration that right now it's processing this class. Okay, that's why I am writing this, nothing else. Okay, now I will create one more loop. As we are inside this, so we have to iterate over each file. So I will write one more loop here, and I will write here for file name in os.listdir. if we do listdir, and we will pass this class directory. Okay, this class directory if we pass, then it will give me the list of files present inside this directory. Okay, that's why I am passing this. What we will do now, so now we have to start our pre-processing, but before that we have to check one more thing, that if file name dot ends with wave file, as all the file are of wave file, there may be possibility that something is present which is not wave, which is something else. Okay, so we have to discard that thing. So that's why I am writing here that if file ends with wave extension, then only apply this much computation. Okay, that's why we are also checking that whether that file which is inside this class directory is ends with wave extension or not. Okay, now what I will do, I have to create the file path. So to create the file path, we will do os.path dot again join. Okay, and now we will join with this class dir, this class directory with this file name. Okay, this class directory with this file name. Okay, so after this we will get this file. After this, once we join this, then we'll get the entire like path of this file. Okay, same for others also, like if we go inside this, same for all file. Okay, so as we are iterating over each classes, and also we are iterating over each files present in that classes. Okay, so after that what we will do, on the same thing we will do whatever we have done for each file here. So we will compute this y and sampling rate. So I am writing here audio data, which is our y, and second one is sampling rate, sample rate, and inside this I will write same thing, libroza dot load and I will give the file path which we got from here. Okay, file path. Okay, and sampling rate I will give as none. Sampling rate none I am choosing, so that to keep the original sampling rate of this audio. Okay, that's why none I am selecting here. Okay, now we'll perform our pre-processing. Now performing pre-processing from here. Now all steps are same, whatever we have done earlier. Okay, now what we will do, we will define the chunk and all. So I will take this thing from here, this chunk duration and all. This is the same thing which we have done there. So we will take this entire thing. We will not take this plot part, because here we are not going to do that. We will take up to here. Okay, from chunk duration to spectrogram we will take. Okay, okay, so I will go inside this and I will paste this information. Okay, so I will tab this inside this. So these are all inside this if statement. Okay, so now we will create this chunk with 4 and 2 second. Okay, 4 second chunk duration, 2 second overlap, and this chunk sample, this information is same. And then what we are doing, we are computing the number of chunks, fine, and then we are iterating over each chunks, fine, that's also fine. And then by using this librosa.feature, we are creating the melispectogram. Okay, so this is the matrix which contain all the features. Okay, so here we will not do this thing, this spectrogram db and this thing we will not do. Why? Because this part is only done for the visualization, so that I can show you that exactly like this value I have to show, this y-axis I have to show. So everything to show you like this only we want to do this part. Okay, but here we will not do that, because our concern is to take that matrix only. Okay, take this matrix only. We don't want anything else. Okay, so that's why we will do up to here. So we will get our melispectogram matrix by using this function. Okay, librosa.feature.melispectogram. Okay, so we have to do one thing here, that our sampling rate is this much, so we have to change this value to this thing. Okay, now our sampling rate is this. Okay, and in chunk also we have to change this sampling rate with this thing. Okay, chunk is same, but now sampling rate is this one, not SR, so we have to change this information here. Now what we will do, we got our melispectogram matrix, but if we print the shape of this melispectogram matrix, then we will get this value 128 cross 348, but we want to resize it to 150 cross 150. So we need one more function here. So I will import something from TensorFlow dot image import resize. I want this resize to resize using TensorFlow. Okay, so now we have to resize this information, resize matrix to 150 cross 150 we have to do. Okay, resizing part we will do here. So we will write here, we will override this melispectogram variable with this resize thing, and inside this we will write here np.expand. We have to expand dimension, np.expand dims we will use, and inside this we will pass our melispectogram. Okay, and second thing we will pass axis is equal to -1. Okay, if you don't know about this np.expand dims, then copy this and Google it from here, you will get it. See, so you will get the beautiful documentation that expand the shape of an array, insert new axis that appear at axis position in the expanded array shape. So if you want to try this, then what you can do, you have this melispectogram here, melispectogram, this thing spectrogram. You can compute this function and you can print, you can return the value of this spectrogram, and you can return the from here, and you can apply this this np.expand dims on that value, then you will get the exactly what it's doing. Okay, and after that apply this resize also, then you will get that. Okay, so you will get 150 cross 150 matrix. Okay, I will show you later when we are printing the result. Okay, so it will expand the dimension of this array, this MEL spectrogram array. Then we have to apply this resize function. So resize function will also take target shape, so we will pass our target shape which we have defined here. This is by default target shape, so it will take target shape and the expanded numpy array. Okay, so these two things it will take, and it will convert those into 150 cross 150. Okay, and then what I have to do, so we have done everything. Now we have to append this data. So append information, append data to list. We have defined here our list. Okay, we will do data dot append, and inside this we will append this MEL spectrogram. We will append this MEL underscore spectrogram, not MEL spectrogram. Okay, so MEL underscore spectrogram will append. If you see, we have defined here MEL underscore spectrogram, and we have resized it. Now we are appending it, and later what we will do, we will append the labels also. So in labels dot append, what we will append, we will append I underscore class. Okay, so this label I underscore class basically tells that it is zeroth index, so it will treat it as 0 label. This is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. Okay, so like that it will treat, and later we will feed this label to this list, then we will get the name. Okay, that's why we are appending here the index of that. Okay, we have appended this label in indices form. Okay, now after that, this function what it will do, I will go outside. Okay, and here I will return this return, and to return, first I will convert this list to numpy array, because later we want to pass this information to the neural network. So we have to convert this to numpy array, and then I will convert this labels list also to numpy array. Okay, so this is our function. So we have completed our function. So this part we have to do here, return. Okay, so this entire thing we have to do to pre-process our data set. Okay, so this function is completed, this load and pre-process data, and now we have to run this. But before that, we have to select this target shape. Okay, so as I already said that the target shape is the size of this matrix which we are going to feed to our neural network. Okay, so first to know what exactly target shape we have to pass here, and based on that we are doing here resizing. Don't write here 150 cross 150. Let's write here resizing matrix based on target shape, based on provided target shape. Okay, so we have to provide a correct target shape, but the question is, how do we know that what target shape is good for this data set? Okay, so for that what we will do, we will write here print spectrogram. Okay, and I will see the shape of this, what it is. So let me print this. So if I am plotting this, then I am getting this target shape. Okay, 128 cross 345 I am getting. So what I will do, I will multiply this value 148 cross 345. Let's see what we are getting. So we are getting 44,160. So it means that 4,160 elements are present inside this list, which we are getting from here. Okay, inside this MEL spectrogram list, 44,160 elements are present. So if we pass this 150 cross 150, let me print this also, 150 cross 150. If I am multiplying it, I am getting 22,500. So only we are feeding to our neural network this much of element, which is less. So it means that much of information are lost, or our neural network will not be able to understand or not be able to take all the features, all the relevant feature. So we have to pass such target shape which is like close to this thing, okay, so that we don't lose any information. Try to put the target shape which is close to this but not greater than this, because if it is more than this, more than 44,160, then there may be a possibility that model learns some irrelevant things, okay. So try to put your target shape which is close to this, okay, but not more than that. So what I will do, I will multiply with, I think it's greater than 200, okay, because if we multiply 200 into 200, then we'll get 400k, and it's 44k. So I will multiply with 210. Let's multiply with 210 into 210. If I am doing, then let's see what we are getting. Okay, 44,100 I am getting. I think it's good result. So I will put my target shape here as 210 cross 210. Okay, so this target shape I will put here. Based on this, resizing will be done here, and based on this, all data will get appended in this list, and later we are typecasting it to NumPy array. Okay, fine. Now I think we are ready for pre-processing my entire data set. Okay, so let's do the pre-processing. So I will return it to my data and labels, and load and pre-process data I am passing, and inside this I have to pass my data directory which I have defined here. This data directory I will pass, okay, and second thing, classes I have to pass, classes I will pass, okay, fine. And by default parameter, this target shape is already going inside this my function. Let's run this and see. So now they are processing blues, okay, blues audio is getting processed. So it will iterate over each class and it will process all the things here, okay. So first it's pre-processing this blues, and then it will pre-process classical, country, up to rock it will pre-process, okay. So it's iterating over each classes, and then it's taking the directory and then going inside this folder, it's going inside these classes, and it's iterating over each file and generating its MEL spectrogram. First it's converting it into chunk, then it's generating its MEL spectrogram. So for each file we have seen for this that 15 MEL spectrogram chunk get converted, 15 chunks get converted, and from that 15 chunks we are developing a MEL spectrogram. So 15 MEL spectrogram we are getting for each file. So here we have 100 files, so 1500 MEL spectrogram will get generated for only this part, okay. So same for other also. So let's wait for some time. I think it will take 3 to 5 minutes to complete the entire thing, so let's wait for that. Okay, so we have successfully completed our pre-processing. So here if you see, for each classes pre-processing is completed. Now if I print here data.shape, then you will see this many number of 29,970 number of records are there, and each shape is this much. And if I show you the labels.shape, if I do, and this many number of corresponding labels for each training examples are there, okay. So we got our data, we got our labels. Now we are ready to build the architecture of our neural network, okay. So that's all for this video. We will meet in next video, and in next video we will build the architecture of this entire project. So that's all for this video. Thank you guys, thanks a lot for watching this video.